Alright, what is going on, guys? Back to an episode. So, Juan didn't play out the way we wanted it to. That's okay. You know. This time, honestly, I kind of want to do an egg run. So, 2 weeks of nearby days hatch mons. I kind of want to do an egg run slash like pet run. I haven't done one in a while. So I think that's a good start. Got the random patch going. But I got some stories to tell now. I got some stories to tell. Shout out to Patrick, bro. This guy was like, dude, sometimes he's like, yo, honestly, I like watching you play and just talking. And I'm like, yo, respects. I think like that means the world to me, honestly. So honestly, like as long as I have some people like enjoying what I'm saying, even though it's just rambling for the most part, I'll take it. But I did want to ask, bro, so Subnautica 2 came out, right? And I don't think I've ever told you guys this, but huge Subnautica fan, love the game. And if you don't know what the game is, it's a game about, well, the first one, I don't know what the second one is about, but no, I guess technically the third. Second one is like a spin-off, it doesn't matter. So Subnautica 1, it's about, I'm like paraphrasing, I guess, paraphrasing is the word. But it's about this like astronaut, they go to explore different planets. They stumble upon this planet, that's Subnautica, like I don't know, like planet A3, whatever. You know, so the I can't say words. So the planet is currently under quarantine because there's a virus, right? There's a virus that is. So the planet kind of quarantined itself. It's like shooting down anything. Nothing's allowed to leave. Nothing's allowed to enter. Right? So that's kind of like the premise of it. However, the game is like almost like it's like 90% on water, like in water. You're swimming for everything. But now here's where the kicker comes in, right? This is where like people's thalassophobia comes from and all that. Because honestly, thalassophobia, a real thing, man. I remember I was swimming in a lake one time when I was fried. And I was like, dude, this is kind of insane. Like, underneath me is just nothing. I'm just kind of floating into nothingness. So like, it's kind of crazy to think about. Damn. I keep spinning this thing. I keep spinning it. But yeah, so it's kind of like an interesting thought. But so, and there's like, you know, scary monsters and there's like tight crevices you gotta go through and it's a story. So you gotta actually like play the game and explore deeper and deeper. And obviously there's like big creatures. There's like smaller predators, but there's also big creatures as friendly as whatever. But the game is just like creepy. Or like, I guess I watched a video on it and it's saying it's not a horror video game, but man, they were like, yeah, it's not a horror video game. It's more of a terror video game. And they're like, the difference between horror is like, it's a jump scare kind of thing. Oh, nice. Big hit. Yeah, so it's like, the horror is more like jump scares. It's in your face, like Resident Evil type of things. Where you know there's like a presence. Terror is the idea that there is something out there. But like, dude, okay, I thought it was my last one. Come on, give me something good. Please, please, please. Frig, man. That thing's gonna blow up again, so I don't want to try it. I wonder if I were to run out of the room, if it would reset. I don't know though. We said like terror is the fact that you know something's out there and you know that it's bad for like dangerous, but you still have to like kind of approach the situation. That's like how the YouTube. That's a huge buy. I think I can get that. I'm going to do this though. Hopefully make up enough money to go over to like the room itself. And yeah. But yeah, so this weekend I went to M's co-worker's wedding. Dude, the wedding was like it was like a rich person wedding. It just felt rich. Which, you know, as you know, I'm not a rich guy. Come on. Like they would give me that one. You know what I'm saying? Like they would give me that one on during that. But yeah, so I'm not a rich guy. But so everyone's dressed up in suits. I feel so out of place. And the thing about the rich people, bro, like when it comes to food, man, I don't understand the hype. I don't understand the rich people like hype. Dude, we got this like this beef rib, right? And the beef rib was with like, you know, mashed potatoes. It was with like veggies. But the beef rib itself didn't have any flavor to it. There's like no seasoning to it. But it's because when rich people eat their food, this is what I've heard. I was like, when they eat their food, they like actually tasting the quality of the beef or whatever. Because it was like, it's like an 18-hour braised beef rib. That was what they were selling. And dude, I'm getting absolutely packed by. I need to break these eggs before they all hatch. Dude, this guy's just dropping eggs. Dude, chill. Just gotta stay high. I'm not even paying attention. That's the problem. You know what, dude? I'm just gonna come down here. Oh, there's more. Dude, like, is this boss fight, like, or this combat room, like, super long for anyone else? Like, dude, that was crazy. This one, what is this? Per weapon, per hashmon. Sick. This weapon kind of sucks right now, but don't worry. I'll change it. I'll change that. Okay. I didn't even realize this was here. This could have helped so much. Here's what I'm doing. Dude, imagine if I had this. I need to buy a grenade. I also need to get some HP. Come on. Okay, thank you. Okay. Gotta wait. So, yeah, so the food was good, and yo, when they brought out the truffle fries, bro, the truffle fries were like the best thing about the food, in my opinion. And like, a no disrespectful way, because I'm sure the food was good. I just, you know, my poor taste buds wasn't accustomed to it. That's like the best way I could describe it. Dropping one each time a day's hashmon is awakened. That's huge. Okay. So unfortunately, I have to play kind of safe here because I have no funds. So maybe the gambling room off the bat wasn't the greatest, but I mean, I'll just try my luck. So this one's a guaranteed win. Wait, this is like the worst one I could have taken actually. That one is actually the worst one I could have gotten. Okay. That's huge. Gotta spin this. Damn. Spin it. Come on, please. Freak. Okay, well, it's pretty much GG. I realized. It's kind of GG. Unless I'm like just super goated at dodging, which I don't think I will be. But this run's... Oh, hold on, I'm gonna lock in. Ooh. Not these guys. Okay, sick. Hold on, I just gotta super lock in right now. This is the worst one because it's... Oh, no. Okay. Not too bad. You know, I lost on the first map. It wasn't bad. Okay, get over here, get the random patch. I didn't even read what the last random patch was, not gonna lie. Okay, what is this guy? Drops coins when taking damage. Extra coins upon death, automatically spend. Okay, to revive. Okay. So I think I do the same thing. Should I do the same thing? I think I do the same. 3. Yeah, I'll do the same thing. I'll go Fortunism again. Set up my run for some success. Because, yeah, I didn't get any grenades that run either. But yeah, anyways. So, me and Em were at the party. She was looking hot. Super hot. Unused. Consume crystals to release magic nova. Drop a random amount of crystals. Cool. Okay, there's half a heart there. Bro, I don't even think they even dropped any hearts that run. Okay. Okay, don't have enough crystals for that. Dropped a key though. So I just gotta get enough crystals. That's unfortunate, but I gotta... You know, I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. Dude, okay, also, I was on call last night, like Tuesday night. Dude, I got so pissed, man. Tell me how I didn't get a call like the entire... I was working pretty much the entire day. I was working till like 8 o'clock. But I couldn't book that I was working till 8 o'clock because I spent way too much time at this one job site. So I didn't want to be like, yeah, sorry, I spent 6 hours here. So I only booked 3 hours. I was working for 6. But, you know, whatever. You win some, you lose some. So I was working there until 8. So I got that one video out for Slay the Spire. Okay, nice. Yeah, I got the one Slay the Spire video out. And then went to bed. Or not, I didn't go to bed, sorry. At like 11, 12 o'clock-ish, I got another entrapment call. So I had to go there. And then I got that person out. And then at 3 a.m., bro, I get a phone call at a homeless shelter about these people trapped in the elevator. Bro, I was so pressed. Like, so unbelievably pressed. You don't even understand. Because, like, bro, I'm getting this phone call, right? I'm getting a phone call at 3 a.m. I'm like, and I already know what it is. And I'm like, yo, who the hell is calling me? Like, I was like, yo, who the hell, like, not who the hell is calling me. I know who's calling me. But I was like, yo, who is in the elevator at friggin' 3 a.m.? And then, what do you know? It's the friggin' homeless shelter. So I'm like, okay, bro. So I'm like, yeah, okay, bro. So, whatever, I got that. I go there. I'm looking dead tired, like super tired. And then I go to the building. Yeah, I go to the building. And these people are like kind of laughing. And I'm like, what? They're like, not even, okay, hold on. Let me tell you more of the story first. Bro, I go to this like homeless shelter thing. Tell me how there's like 4 of them outside, like huddled around like a campfire kind of thing. I'm like, and like hunched over and everything. I'm like, bro, I'm in The Walking Dead right now. Like, I'm literally in The Walking Dead. I don't know what they're on, but they're just hunched over. I'm like, okay, bro. So, Joe, still no grenades, eh? Summons a drone to assist you in battle. More coins increase our artifact's power. Cool. So, yeah, I get in there. One guy's trapped in the elevator. I get him out. Guy was absolutely pissed. Like, homeless guy here. He like tore the elevator to shreds, pretty much. Tore the elevator to shreds. He tried to like escape the hatch or whatever. Oh my god. Huge. Yeah, so that guy was just pissed. Storms out of there. The fire department was also on site. They were like, alright, I guess that guy doesn't need medical attention. I'm like, yeah, definitely does not. I thought I was in this room over here. Not gonna lie. Someone messaged me? No, just Instagram. Okay, let's see what's in here. To Flame Fist. Attack, throws, frost axe, and switch your weapon to Flame Fist. Correct charging recalls the axes. I don't know if I like that. Gotta open up this guy though. Wow. Got a coin though. Okay, so I go in here. Use my survival techniques. I keep forgetting that I don't have a jump. I'm doing way more damage this time though. Like, yo, last run I was doing negative damage. I'm doing way more damage. I'm kind of like actually burning through these people right now. But yeah, so man, but during that on-call, like last night, I was like, man, I'm so tired of working this on-call. Because one of my coworkers got injured, right? So he hasn't been working on-call. So it's just been me and this other guy, and we've been alternating on-call. Bro, I've been on-call every single week. Please don't hit me. Ooh, and a bounce back. Per jump. I don't need jumps. Yeah, like every single week. I'll go to the store. I need to get a grenade. 2 grenades, perfect. So there's a heart in there. And I have a half a heart over here. So I'm gonna open up these 2. Oh, also, yeah, okay. Damn. I don't need a key. That one is there, but it's 2 grenades. So I'd rather just risk it on the one here. Dude, I have like negative hops right now. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, so here's a jujitsu story, right? So there's one guy who is, I think he's pretty cool. Like, I think he thinks of me as a friend. He's like in his 50s, and he's talking about relationships. And he's like, wait, first we talked about music, right? So he plays guitar. He's an ex-cop, plays a guitar. And he was talking about, because he posts his like videos on YouTube of like, not YouTube, sorry. He posts it on Instagram of him singing. And every single time he posts it, like I'll always drop a like or something. And I was just talking to him, I was like, yo man, like, what do you think's harder to play? Do you think it's the piano or the guitar? And he's like, the guitar for sure. I was like, why? Why do you think so? He's like, because the guitar has strings and different ways to like make a sound go higher or lower depending on how you rub the strings or how you like put the strings on. So he's like, there's a lot more to it. You can make a sound more echoey or like you can tone it down, whatever. He's like, for the most part, a keyboard is just press and play. I press, you hear the sound, you like the sound. Boom. But I was like, yeah, but you're using like 2 hands simultaneously and all that. He's like, yeah, but your brain gets accustomed to it eventually. It's like guitar is way harder. I'm like, okay, I'll take your word for it. And then we're on the topic of like appreciation. And he's like, dude, you like all my music all the time. He's like, you don't understand how much I appreciate that. He's like, my own like family. Ooh, nice. He's like, my own family doesn't even approve of my music. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, my sister, my friends, like they don't even drop a like. Upon use consume crystals to fire a continuous laser aiming in the direction with your next attack. Upon use consume crystals to store all unopened chests. I'm taking that. Okay. Fire a continuous laser. That would be good, but I don't think I'm gonna really utilize that, not gonna lie. I'm gonna try this. Let's see what happens. So I just wasted money. Try it again. Okay, bro, this thing sucks. Get rid of it. Give me that middle one. Nice. Gave me everything. Extracting weapons no longer grants soul shard and takes damage and grants a random artifact. The squid one's pretty good, right? Under increased weapons damage by 30 when over. Okay. So So I can't stay under 100. Collecting pickups may grant you a wisps. K rooms are more common now. Instead, take damage. I don't know if I want that. So as long as I stay over 100, I'm good. Just gotta remember that. Come on, give me one more before I... Damn. I don't want... maybe I want this. Might be good for now. But, okay, so then we got into the topic of, like, his relationship, because he used to tell me about his relationship. Yo, so he was showing me his Hinge, right? Bro, this guy has, like, max elo on Hinge. Like, this guy was like, yo, check out this girl, check out this girl. Bro, all the girls he was showing me that are matching with him are, like, 10 out of 10s. I'm like, damn. I didn't know this guy had it like that. And their doors automatically open. Rooms are more common. They want to spend money. Not gonna do it. Hold on, hold on. Unfortunate. Okay, throw it here. Okay, now I do boom. Pick them up. Now I chuck 2 grenades. Okay. Still 2 grenades, don't worry. Get a key. Now I can go to this room. Maybe I should have sacrificed more HP. Definitely should have. Buy this. Okay. How does this weapon work again? Huh. That's not bad, actually. I'm gonna try it out. I don't know if I'm gonna use it, but I'm gonna try it out. It seems kind of cool. Like a cool concept of a weapon. So let me try it out. Anyways, yeah, so he's telling me, he's like, bro... Oh, okay, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So when he was talking about music and how, like, his friends don't support him, and he's like, honestly, I think it comes from a place of jealousy, and it comes from, because he's like, I guess jealousy, and also, like, what's the word? Okay. Oops. Hold on. Gotta lock in for the boss here, unfortunately. The problem with this bar is, like, the bar is, like, underneath my mic, so it's so hard to see. I'm, like, just aiming at nothing right now, I'm not gonna lie. See, I don't love the weapon. Increase weapon projectile by 10%. Defeating a boss drops a coin back. I'm gonna go back to the old weapon. But yeah, so he's like, a lot of it is people's self-reflection, and they can't deal with it because he's like, when I make music, I kind of make, like, darker music. He's like, stuff that, like, relates to me kind of thing. He's like, and I like that. He's like, but did I pick this thing up? Grants 2 crystal containers. Alright, I'll take that. Completely forgot to pick that thing up. Okay, so let's go in here. He's like, and he's like, what do you say? He was like, yo, I was learning to get rid of my ego. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, and I was like, I guess that makes sense. I'm like, because he used to be a cop. And he's like, yeah, dude, like, as a cop, you always have an ego. He's like, the problem with being a cop is you have to have the ego, right? Because you're the top dog. You are the cop. All right, so a lot of it is a persona. Forget the ageism. Or I'd say ageism. Gapism? So he's like, jiu-jitsu has been a really humbling experience because you kind of lose your ego. Or at least you kind of have to, It's weird because you have to lose your ego, but you also have to have an ego, or else you'll never be good at jujitsu. Because you have to think that you're better, right? So it's a weird combination where he's like, yeah, I talked to my therapist and all that. And he's like, yo, man, like, how do you do it? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, dude, it seems like you have like no ego. And I'm like, honestly, I don't think I have an ego. I'm like, maybe I do. But I'm like, but I don't like surrounding myself around people with an ego. Increase weapon damage by 30% when your hearts are 1 or fewer. I guess I'll take that. It has to be here, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Wait, hold on. It's gonna be a double your money glitch. Let me fight the like boss and everything, and I'm gonna come right back there. But yeah, I'm like, yo, I try to like not surround myself with egotistical people, right? Let's just. Where is bro? There he's gone. Yeah, and I'm like, and he's like, how do you do it? I'm just like, because you know how you can tell when people have an ego, right? Like, if they have a good paying job, or if they have like something that they're better, like you know, they have a nice car or whatever, you can typically tell when people have an ego. Like, they're always showing off. And I gave him an example. I'm like, yo, you know this guy from jiu-jitsu? And then he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm never really gonna be friends with that guy. Like, I'm cool with him, but I'm like, he knows like he's good at jiu-jitsu, or like he makes it kind of like his personality. I'm like, I don't really like that, you know? Like, granted, nothing wrong with him, right? It's just like, that's who he is as a person. I'm just saying, like, me personally, I don't like surrounding myself with people that talk about themselves. Does that make sense? Like, when people only talk about themselves and they don't ask like you or anyone else how they're doing, I feel like that's when the dynamic's weird, and I'm like, okay, this person isn't a genuine friend. Or a lot of the conversation is just like competitive. Per eggs. Per weapon level per egg. I mean, I can do egg. Egg. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna do this to it. I don't like this thing. Garlic? I'll keep the garlic. But yeah, so I'm like, yo, there's nothing wrong with the kid. I'm like, you know, if you're good at jiu-jitsu, do your thing. And, you know, I'm not gonna hate. But I'm not gonna stick around and glaze you. And yeah, so because he was the. So I was like, yeah, that's how I kind of keep it in check. I'm like, I don't really surround myself around people that do that. I like surrounding myself with people that like will make fun of me in like the nicest way possible. Like, because if you can surround yourself with people that make fun of you and no one really takes life, like, not life seriously, but like nobody gets offended by a joke, those are like my people, you know what I'm saying? Like, roast me. I want to get roasted. I'm gonna roast you back, or roast me. But yeah, like the people that are always like, oh yeah, like I got a new raise, oh I got a new car, no I got this, no I got that. Oh, my kids are in volleyball now, they're like straight A students. I'm like, man, it's all ego. It's nothing to do with like, they don't really care that you know. Okay. So I'll pop this. Okay. So now these are all going to be pretty big if I roll them all. I should unlock the other one. Fun use consume crystals to reduce a heart container, refresh an artifact in the current room into another one of. Whoa, I can take that. If I combo that up, fun use consume crystals for. Okay, I already don't need that. So I'll go here, buy the whatever artifact this is. So I have to buy this. I have to get 2 crystals. 2 crystals? Nice. It's valued at 2 crystals. Boom. Granite eyeball orbit that blocks enemy bullets and damage. That's one of the weaker ones in my opinion, but whatever. Should I hang on to this one? It's not bad. It's like I'll lose another heart container, which does kind of suck. But it's not the end of the world. Let's open up this guy. Hope it gives me more than... Okay, so I just got scammed. I shouldn't have picked that up. Okay, now I'll go here. I pretty much have everything I need. So I can go here, hatch up all these eggs. But yeah, okay, so he's telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm having like these issues with these women. He's like, a lot of women, they're like, they want to hook up, but then he's like, I realize I'm like a pretty, I guess, bad person. Okay, so I can't drop below 100 coins. He's like, I'm very nitpicky with what I want and this and that. And I'm like, honestly, dude, like, I understand that. Like, I feel like a lot of people are, but he's like, yeah, there's like... So anyways, he tells me about this girl that he met. And he's like, her name's this. She does everything that he likes to do, right? She like mountain bikes. She does all that. But he said the only one thing is like, she's a very... She's very like tomboy-esque. And he's like, that's like the one thing. He's like, I wish she put herself a little bit more together. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, so you're one thing, and you just really want to date her? And he's like, I've dated her before. And he's like, and I loved everything about her. He's like, we seduced like. Nice sniper scope. He's like, yeah, like I love everything about her. Like we go to the park, we do this, we do that, and he's like, it was always like just great fun. Like he was like, she made me feel like I was 16 again, or whatever the age he said. Pick up all these. Okay, so now I have 2 more hearts. So I gotta get 2 hearts down. 2 hearts down. Okay. So now I gotta go pick up these 2 hearts. So is the layout. I will give up 1 more heart container, and then I'll drop this thing. But the Temple of Ares, if I can get the towel or like the Pegasus, that's what I'm looking for. But he's like, he was describing this girl, and I was like, dude, it sounds like the perfect girl for you. He's like, yeah, and I messed it up twice. And she said she wants to go out for dinner with me. So I'm like, dude, I think you should just go. I'm like, I feel like that makes the most sense. But then he's like, yeah, but I don't want to hurt her again. And I was like, you know what? That's fair. Upon the short distance, don't need that. To be fair, I don't really need any of these curios. I just need... go here. Buy this. To extract. What is it? Common. To extract. All eggs from locked chests are doubled in quality. Killing enemy by whistling has drop eggs. Do this. Everything for the egg, bro. Everything for the egg. So he was telling me, he was like, dude, so we knew each other before. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, we both worked at West 49. He's like, and we hooked up at like a party one time. And he was like, he's like, I didn't realize until I talked to her again. I'm like, damn, so 20 years later, you guys find each other. And she's like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So we had like this 2-hour conversation about this in the parking lot after jiu-jitsu. But he was like, dude, he's like, I really like talking to you about this stuff. He's like, I feel like I can't really talk to anyone about this stuff. Sorry. But I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, I'm always here for you. Don't worry. Type of thing. I'll go Fortunism again. I feel like I have the currency for it. But yeah, so it kind of feels good that knowing that people can come to me for like situations. That's like a positive, right? I feel like I'm pretty like, I'm a listener. So, and it's funny because when me and M first started talking, so M's a huge listener. She loves asking me questions. And I remember I was on this date, like my first date with her. She was asking me a bunch of questions, man. Like so many questions. And I was like, yeah, so many questions. And I was so like off guard by it. $3% per egg. I think I've already done one yin yang, right? One per egg, 5 max. So I don't really need eggs. I more so need the hatchmons. Okay. I'll try it. I don't know if I like it, but I'll try it. So yeah. So that's just him. That's his like relationship life. And I'm like, and I was telling him, I was like, dude, the problem is dating in your 50s doesn't sound exciting to me. He's like, oh bro, it's terrible. Cause like, you know, everyone in their 50s has probably had like their first relationship, second divorce, whatever. Or they're just for the streets, you know what I'm saying? So I keep thinking this one's like a bounce pad. Dude, am I crazy? Like, okay, so I gotta go here, jump. Okay, throw that nade there. Got a crystal heart there. So I got a heart and a half. Over here. So yeah. Oh, and then, okay, so today I was at jiu-jitsu. And so when it comes to like women's rights and stuff, I never really understood it because I live in the West, you know, Canada. Because like we've always, like women have always really had rights over here, right? Like since I've been growing up, I'm always like, when egg hatched, okay, let's grab that. I'm always like, yo, okay, like I understand women's rights, but like, why are we talking about it kind of thing, right? Let's go, I'm 2 for 2. Unlock that. So I'm always like, oh, yo, I don't understand it. Anyways, so there's 3 girls that used to come to jiu-jitsu, like 18 and whatever. So, their parents are from Poland. They are gypsies, right? So they're gypsies from Poland, the whole shebang. So, but they were born in the West. So they don't really have those like gypsy tenets. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Let's see. That's cool. So the yin goes up and the yang goes down. I never noticed that. I'll go up. Yin is always up. Should I yang? Oh, never mind. I should yang. This is better. So I need to get to... Okay, my bad. Definitely Ying. Shout out to Ying, bro. So yeah, so they're from Poland. So their parents pretty much raised them to be like, what's the word? Like just pretty much just brides. So the parents realize that like, you know, oh, yo, the West is kind of taking over them. This girl wants like her own freedom. She wants to do her own thing, kind of thing. I am an idiot. I need to get a double jump ASAP. I see 2 grenades as well. Because yeah, she started talking to guys in our gym and all that, and then all of a sudden she gets pulled out of the school because she was talking to one of the guys, and like, yeah, so the parents didn't like that. They were like, yo, what is going on with our daughter, kind of thing. So they find her a bride, like a guy that's also a gypsy that lives in the UK. Ships him over here pretty much. Yeah, ships him over here pretty much. Okay, how do I go about doing this? So I'll put it right here. I need to move this. Hold on. Is there no way it goes down there? Frig, man. Damn. Oh wait, I have 2 jumps. I don't know how I got 2 jumps, but I got 2 jumps. Oh, the jump box in the clown, for the clown. Going back, going back. But yeah, so I have more than 2 jumps. So they end up finding this girl, like a mail-in bride, essentially. You know, it's this guy that's like 16 from the UK that's also a gypsy. So I remember talking to her and I was like, grand extra jump, I'll take that. But I also kind of want this. I won't yet. I'm going to go to that gambling room. I remember talking to her, I was like, so how'd you end up picking this guy? Or like, what was like the prerequisites pretty much? And she was like, honestly, my parents gave me 3 options for guys. And I met them all, and she was like, I kind of like this one the most. So I did it. So I'm just like, I'm with this guy. But mind you, she doesn't actually like this guy, right? He was just the best out of the 3 picks. So I remember I was talking to one of the guys at the gym, because she used to be cool with like everyone, right? She used to be like friends with everyone. Once she came back to jiu-jitsu, she started to like, she imported this guy, and this guy was at jiu-jitsu with us, but he wasn't competing or doing anything, training. He was just watching her, right? So it was kind of weird. So she changed her whole like perception on like, damn. She changed like her whole outlook pretty much on like people, I guess, guys. Okay, keep going until this thing blows up. Because I remember this one guy was telling me, he was like, yeah, we used to roll all the time. And then one time I asked her to roll, and she said, I don't roll with guys. I'm like, okay, whatever. Per key, don't need keys. So I was like, he was like, okay, whatever. And then one time he said he was talking to her, and like the boyfriend just came over from like the sidelines, just started like standing next to them, and he's like, yo, this is weird. Like, he's like, yo, I already have a girlfriend, I don't want your girlfriend. I guess this is what he was thinking, like in his head kind of thing. He's like, bro, I already have a girlfriend, I do not want your girlfriend. I wish I had one more. Purchase an artifact. This is an artifact. I need that crystal though. Doesn't this one suck? I'll pick this one up now then. So yeah, he was like very gatekeepy with like his girl. And I think so the other guy that was rolling with her was gonna roll with her. He has a girlfriend, right? That like talks to her. Damn, bro. And basically like she essentially said like, yeah, I'm not like happy about this, but she's like the only reason I'm doing it is because if I don't do it, my family pretty much disowns me. Bro, give me one crystal. Dude, give me the one crystal, bro. Bottom right, bottom right, bottom right. Or bottom left. Dude, this is torture. Don't blow up, please. I don't even care about this. I don't even look. Let's go. Okay, someone break an obstacle, drop an egg. Reroll that. Current floor, defeating enemies, grant 1 stack. Okay, sick. Take that. Now I can sacrifice my HP. Get all that. 2. Okay, I have a lot of hearts over here. 1.5 actually. So I can take this, So I can now chuck a nade here. Boom. Restore 1 crystal 1 second after spending crystals. It's kind of big for me. And now I can go to the shop. So I'll go here first. I'll take the yin and yang stuff because I feel like it's actually beneficial. We'll also have like a bunch of a bunch of wisps. So I'm gonna do that as well. So go in here. But yeah, and then I remember I was talking to the other, like the younger sister, and I was like, so what's your opinion on this whole like situation? Like, are you also gonna get like a mail-in bride essentially? And she was like, I don't want to. But I'm like, I don't want to, and they're like, I don't want to and no are 2 different things. You know, so I'm assuming she's gonna follow the same path, which is kind of sad, but it's like, you know, it's their life. They do whatever they want. But yeah, no. It feels kind of weird because it's like you're kind of just watching it from an outside perspective. Drops eggs and sometimes drop egg. Okay, I just trying to add a random effect. What do I get? Per bomb. That's actually huge. Max 50%. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. So yeah. So that's their life. It feels kind of weird, like prison-esque, but that's their culture, and they're like, if I disobey it, then I am not a part of the family. So like that kind of sucks. So now I kind of understand like the whole like women's right kind of thing. Sucks because, you know, their culture is different. You shouldn't really hate on a culture, but I've never seen this boss before. It was Howard. But yeah, so that's their life. Whatever. Here's open projectile count of 1, gain 50 coins. That's huge. Get this coin. Don't need anything else. Head in here. What other topics of conversation do I have? I feel like I have quite a bit. Go into my notes. Oh, okay. This is like, which one is this? Okay, this one's kind of more of like a funny story. This is like back when I was single, like 2-3 years ago, whenever Call of Duty Warzone was a thing. Where do I want to go? I'll go for the eggs. Hidden room right here. No. Yeah, so Call of Duty Warzone happened. So one of my boys, like, so you know how you guys have those like that one friend that's kind of like the glue to the friendship, like, you know, he is the glue that puts all the friends together. So it was that guy. Spinning coins, sometimes drops an egg. Nice shout to Mooncake. I gotta remember, like, put a face to these artifacts because I don't ever really remember them. Anyway, so he calls me one time when we're all playing Warzone. He's like, "Yo, let's go out." I was like, "What are you planning?" He's like, keep in mind, I'm a Christian, right? But I'm a brown guy, so when you see brown person, you automatically assume just Muslim, right? That's typically how people do it. So, I'm with us. So they're all talking like, "Yo, let's go to the casino. Let's go to the casino." And my one boy, he's a Muslim. I'm like, "Yo, aren't you a Muslim?" And he assumes I'm Muslim too, right? I'm like, "Yo, isn't that like haram, bro? You can't be doing that." But you know how like every Western Muslim isn't, I don't want to say isn't a Muslim, but you know, they're Muslim loosely. They don't follow like the rules, I guess, of Islam. That's like the best way I can describe it. So he's like, I was like, "Yo, bro, aren't you like Muslim?" He's like, So what? He's like, yo, do you fuck bitches? I was like, wow. He's like, aren't you Muslim? I was like, no, I'm a Christian. He's like, oh, my bad. But then he's like, yeah, but like still, you know, like you still break your rules too. I'm like, I guess. But I'm like, I feel like the Muslims are more strict about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn they're more strict about that type of stuff. But anyways, this guy was like, yo, you like, he's like, yo, don't you fuck bitches? You doing the same damn thing, except I'm gambling. And keep in mind, I was not effing no bitches. Bro, I have 0 riz. I had 0 riz. I still do have 0 riz. I just hope that my personality just carries. That's like my game plan for my riz. I'm just like, oh. You think I'm cute? Because, okay, here's the one thing, man. So you know how, I don't know if you guys know this. Just going back to the Hinge conversation. So Hinge has like an ELO rating. Like, and if you guys are gamers, you know what ELO rating is. If you're not gamers, it's like a ranking system. Like, so if, like, you know how like in soccer there's like the Premier League? Well, this one's like the Champion League. Like, it's one step up kind of thing, right? So there's different like leagues on Hinge. Common weapon per coins. So yeah, there's like a tier list for on Hinge, and I remember I was like, really? Cause okay, if you're a guy on a Hinge, unless you're like super good looking, which I'm not, I think I'm average. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'm average as like I'm being generous with average. Anyways, doesn't matter. Point is, each time you're curious, you transform to a new one. That sounds terrible. Decrease body size. That's huge. So, yeah, when you're on Hinge, if you're like an average looking guy, I was getting like a match a week, maybe 2 matches a week, you know, like there was some days where it was dry, right? But, ooh, this is, let me get my controller out real quick. Let me lock in, I gotta meditate. Did that burn HP? Drop 1 coin. Your day's hash mount is awake. I'll take that. Okay, so it's actually HP. It's pretty solid. Bro, it's freaking okay, man. Kite. Okay, no. Nice. I like the pattern this thing's doing. I was tracking it for a good amount there. Grant several wisps. Drop 1 egg every time you take damage while it's at storage action. Okay, nope. Give me another effect. Okay. That should be good for now. Put the controller back. I have half a heart over there. My chair is not set up right. It feels weird. Okay, back to the... Okay, we're good. Open up this guy. Triple... I don't like this one. I do like a shield, though. Oh, hold on. Okay, that's legendary now. Hold on, I do this, right? I do this. Buy that. Buy this. Boom. Lose a heart container. When enemy is defeated, a fireball spawn and 5 squares in. Okay. So now I can't be giving up no more things. What does this one do? Okay, deal damage to all enemies in the room. Yeah, I can't be losing any more thing anymore. Any more shields or heart containers. So I gotta get rid of my curio now. But I feel like it served its purpose pretty well. Oops. Do you see me just weave right there? Oh, I have no hearts actually. Coming down. Alright, let's go in here. Buy as many eggs as I can. This thing scales off eggs, right? Eggs, yeah. So I just gotta buy a bunch of eggs. But also stay above 100. Stay above 100. Chuck the nade there. That does nothing for me. Okay, cool. Grab the shield. Okay. Grab the shield. Now I go in here. Get this coin. Homie. Got a Plinko. Also, yo, there's a Reed's Dairy that opened up near my house and where my parents live. So, so I'm about to. I need to check that out. Probably gonna check that out over the weekend because man, Reed's Dairy was like a childhood classic. Man, I remember seeing that thing, and I instantly just fell in love. Like my parents used to take me there all the time. And projectiles can pierce through enemies. That's huge. I don't need anything else here. So let's enter here. So yeah, I have to check that out. Getting the new car this weekend. So that's kind of exciting. I think I go... Now you might call me crazy. I think I do the Elysium. But I absolutely cannot do the other one. I mean, Ying hasn't failed me yet, so let's go Ying again. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Oh, I hit that as well. Yeah, all those eggs. Okay, consume crystal to attempt an unlock. Worth. Super worth, actually. I'll take the damage, I don't even care. Alright, so I am set up for success right now. Like, hidden room here, make it. Nope. But imagine though. I gotta open up that thing before it. Thank you. Before it turns red, and then all of a sudden I'm just in the cursed like Ares room. Oh wait, I realized it was Ares the whole time. I wasn't going to the Athena room. That makes more sense. The Ares room is pretty good though. That explains why I was losing a heart container. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. But yeah, so I'm getting this car. So bro, like, so the strat is gonna be kind of weird. So I'm taking this Friday off so I can go get the paperwork done and everything. Yeah, so get the paperwork done and everything. So the guy told me I can pull up on Friday. So I'm gonna pull up in that Sri Lanka. So I'm gonna go on Friday. Get the paperwork done. Like the transfer and everything. Give him the money. I'm paying him $1,500 to get this car. So it's not the best. It's a Mazda 6 manual. So not the greatest car, but a car nonetheless. And I like I like the Mazda. So so I drove it. It seems like it's driving fine. I had to get the car safetied. But if I get it safetied and I get like the brakes changed and everything, because insurance paid me out 10 grand. I don't know if I told you guys this, but maybe I told you guys this in like a Neon video, or not, Moonlighter, sorry. But bro, so I bought my car for, it was like 12K at the time. Ran it up from 30K kilometers all the way to 200 kilometers, like 200K. Right, and I don't know what that would be in miles, but you know, you get the picture. So I drove it for a while, like a long time. And I basically got the car. Nice. Dude, where'd all my shield go? Okay. I need to get more shield. Thankfully, I got this. Really, dude? So I just gotta go through one more room without taking damage, and I should be good. And I don't like how none of these are gonna be, I will take this. Also take this. Just to disenchant it. Pick up this. Okay, so I pretty much checked every corner except maybe up here. I just gotta make sure I don't take any damage. Nice. So I'll go check out that. But yeah, so I got my car for 12,000. I got paid out. I had 2 shields. Whoa. I don't like that. Has 2 shields, increase weapon damage by 40. Okay, that is huge for me. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of damage right now. So I'm gonna pour in like probably like a grand or 2 into this car. Just to fix it up, get it all working. I'll get new brakes in it. I'll change the oil by myself. I'll change the spark plugs by myself. That's pretty easy to do. The brake stuff, I think I can do it if I just looked up like a video. But the problem is like I don't want to mess with brakes. That's literally the problem. Because if brakes go bad, then it's on me. Okay, it doubles in quantity. I think I take that. What level is my sword now? 7. So to get it to 9, so I can upgrade it twice, 2 more times. So I'll go all the way down here. I'm doing a bunch of damage though, which I'm super stoked about. I can give up some hearts, so I might just do that. But yeah, so I'll throw in some money into this car, and then... I don't like how I'm taking damage for that. Bad curio, unfortunately. But at least I can unlock this. Grants a divine orbital, blocks bullets. Okay, so hidden room is here then. Finally. Thank you for giving me a key, game. Okay, each time a hashman is awakened, it fires a homing bullet. I'll take that. Do this to this. That's huge for me. All hearts in the room to shields. I can do that, no problem. And you go get. I'll sacrifice 1 heart just to get a little bit more coins on me. Yeah. Like over here. Dude, I was at jiu-jitsu. Oh, it's a hard and a half. My lucky day. Dude, I was at jiu-jitsu today. And this one kid, he's trying to like... I think he's trying to flirt with this other girl. And he's all of... I think 15, 16. No, what am I saying? He's like 13. And the girl he's talking to is also 13. So I'm trying to like do a little matchmaking. I was like... Yo, bro, go do some pull-ups. And I was just like calling him out like, oh, yeah, you can't do pull-ups, this and that. And just so because this girl's like, yeah, go do them. So I'm just trying to set him up for success. So he was like, all right, I'll do it if you do it. So I'm doing pull-ups. And I'm like, okay, you go. Bro, tell me how this guy does 1 singular pull-up. Literally 1 singular pull-up. I'm like, bro, are we kidding me? I'm like, yo, I set you up for that? He's like, bro, my bad. He's like, I don't do this. I don't do this. He's like, I do bench press. I'm like, oh my god, why didn't you tell me that before I freaking called you out on this? Because they were talking about like pull-ups beforehand. Okay, drop down here. I gotta kind of lock in, hold on. Oh, I didn't realize that's the guy to fight. Heart container? I don't want shield and heart container, so I increases luck. Alright, so next run, or next, not next run, but next room I'm going to is definitely consumerism. Gotta get another heart container. I think everything's full in here, if I'm not mistaken. Can I drop off anything? No, everything's full. Should I take a... I don't really need the key. Maybe I do need the key. I'll take some keys. I'm like, I have it stocked for a reason. It's like, might as well use them. Retrieve. I'm gonna take 10 keys. What ifs? It's like, I have it in there for a reason. Now, Hermes is gonna be a harder fight. But I think I can do it. Dude, they made Hermes from like the easiest boss fight in the world to one of the hardest. But I gotta go consumerism. The psychedelic one, I feel like it needs to be buffed. Yeah, I think it needs to be buffed, like just period, point, like case closed kind of thing. Because it's just not worth taking all that damage. Oop, that's the one I want. I should have went down the other one, because that one's going to be a dead end for the most part. Okay. Trick about this floor is you just got to keep moving. Okay, I have no jumps. I just realized. Wait, did I pick up that sheep, though? I could have sworn I bought that sheep. Maybe I didn't. I did. While you have shields, you need shields. Huh. Okay. Also, I don't know if I told you guys, but on the 23rd, one girl from my high school set up like a high school reunion type of thing. So, bro, I have to pull up. I'm like, there's so many people from high school that I want to see. So I'm like, dude, like, ooh. And like, I don't like the arguments like, yo, if you want to see them, why don't you like keep up with them after high school? But you know what? Screw you guys. Okay, I'll buy the shield. Buy this. Buy the shield. Consuming crystals to cause the current wisp to explode, hitting enemies. Buy that. Do this to that. Jump, 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 jump. I'm an idiot. So I bought a shield for no reason, essentially, but whatever. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. Now I kind of want a heart container. Just so... Oh, not a heart container. I also do want a heart container. I want a heart just so I can, like, transfer it to, like, money if I need be. They're surrounding me. Okay, thank you. See, that rock is marked, so that means big coins in there. I gotta pay more attention to, like, the marked rocks. Because, you know, sometimes they're just not as marked. But yeah, so one of my boys called me. He's like, yo, are you going to the reunion? I'm like, yeah, most likely. And I was like, unless I'm on call. But I checked my schedule. Ooh, that was close. And I checked my schedule. I am, in fact, not on call. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going. Why didn't it blow up on contact? Okay, I'm gonna go Yang this time. My boy Yang. That's unfortunate. Yang is always right, bro. I shouldn't have switched up on Ying like that. Okay. I hate this. I only hate this because there's like the teleporting. Okay, nice. Okay, I thought that guy was gonna shoot again. He kept moving his head. I was like, I got super bounced. Okay, so now one guy's gonna teleport onto me for sure. That's him. It's supposed to. Okay, I just took. I have 1 more HP left. Okay. Go in here. Okay, nice. Nice. And I throw the nade there. Breaks that. Shield. I did get the hidden room already. Now, honestly, I think I just go into this consumerism room. I don't think I waste any more time. I don't think I dilly-dally at all. That's the best thing for me. Okay, I don't need this. This curio kind of sucks. So should I... So I'll buy this. I'll discount it one time. Let's see what I get. That's huge. Do that. Open up this. Extract it. Get a better artifact. Here's the number of soul shards required for upgrade. Okay, let's do that. Shit. This guy stole my freaking heart. One wonder hex jar. Okay. Let's get out dodge here. So just nothing but grenades. Got it. Okay. Okay, now what do I want to get? Now I shall bribe him again. I'll buy this. I don't want... I guess this curio's not the best. To sheep. I'll buy this. I definitely need that. Drink boss room fully refills crystals and restores every 5 seconds. I'll buy this. And now I can't go below 100 coins, so I'm gonna just hold this. Terrible. For every... Okay. Put an effect on there. And yeah, that's pretty much, that's all I need. So I will go into this room. I need max HP though, that's my problem. I don't know why else I'm going in here, but I'm gonna go in here anyways. But yeah, no, so my boy called me, he's like, yo, are you going to the reunion? I'm like, yeah, like, I want to see people that I haven't contacted with in like forever. And he's like, I was like, wow, you going? He's like, I was just looking at I'm just trying to figure out who's going. And I'm like, man, like, I don't think you should see it like that. I think you should just, you know, if you want to go, you go. I don't think it should be like dependent on who's going kind of thing. You see that luck right there? That's terrible. Hidden room was there. I was like, yeah, but bro, like, if you want to go, go. He's like, who are you gonna talk to? I'm like, man, it's high school, right? It's like, whoever I talk to in high school, whoever's there, I'll go talk to them. Like, granted, if you knew nobody there, then that's kind of different, but I'm like, that's kind of on you for not knowing anyone. Like, you should have been like talking to more people. And even like not like, you still seen people that you probably like, you're like, oh yeah, like I forgot about this guy or a girl. So I think like a huge thing is just be like, yo, how you been? Like, how's your life been? Kind of thing. Because I'm like, the thing about me in high school was I never really had one core friend group ever. I had a bunch of different friend groups that I kind of like rotated through, which it sucked in the long term. Yeah, it sucked in the long term because I didn't have like a true core friend group. So I was always like the odd man out for every single thing. But it was also good because I wasn't involved in a lot of drama and like a lot of the people still like mess with me without actually like, you know. I don't think I need to buy anything from there. Classroom, Hermes, God of Messages. This might be where I lose the fight, not gonna lie, but whatever. Keep moving, keep moving. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, hold on. I'm like super locked in right now. At least I'm trying to be. He's only at half HP. That's ridiculous. Trying to hit him. Okay, what is happening here? Okay, cool. At least I'm at the bottom here, so I can still kind of hit him. Not really. Apparently, my sword doesn't have enough range. This boss is so random, bro. It's like these guys were on like some type of sick. I knew I had it in me. Increase weapon damage and crit chance. Get these silver coins. Get more of these. I need a heart room, bro. Now I'm fighting Aphrodite. Get this consumerism. I don't trust that hidden room spot. Because I'm kind of running out of the grenades too. Because a lot of my damage comes from being at full HP. Skillful dodge though, you see that? You see that? Nice, nice. But yeah, bro, so there's like a bunch of people that I still want to see from high school that I haven't talked to in a while. So that's why I'm going. I'm like, there's going to be somebody that I know. Like, I guarantee it. So that's what I'm kind of banking on. I'm going to see a couple people that I know. I'm going to stick to them and then... Oh, I'm taking damage. Always drops coins. I used to get my double jump. Don't have the grenades to be breaking stuff. Keep moving is the name of the game on these floors. Ooh, 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 ooh. Skillful dodge. I wasn't even stressed. Gotta find an. I gotta get to this shop room as quick as I can. Dude, if I got like, if there was a way to make my weapon homing, I'd be goated. So many eggs now. Okay, this helps me a lot because even if I fail like a million times, this is like peak like the rich get richer kind of thing. Okay. Now I do want to find the shop before I do go in here. Just because it's like, maybe I can get more money. Maybe I can find an artifact that I need. Okay, so I can throw it down there. Break that. I have one more egg. Or a grenade. Now I have 0 grenades. Alright. So, still no shop. Shop. Here we go. I chose the right path. Okay, so now I go in here. See what I get. Eye of Sauron. It's kind of late in the game for that, but I'm gonna take it anyways. Get the heart. You can see everything. I'm gonna take that. Hidden room is okay. That's cool. I don't need... I know I can use that if I need to, so I'm gonna... I'll get max coins before I go into this place. Dude, that's so many freaking... Okay. Now I just put in work right here. Nothing, ain't nothing but a chicken wang. Alright. I'm trying to think of what other stories I have. I think I already talked about like the hantavirus and how like America just unleashed this plague upon the world. Where they had like a contained amount of cases and they're like, hey, don't worry, you guys can go home. That was crazy. Okay, don't need this. Oh, and then you guys had another assassination attempt on the president. Bro, honestly, now call me crazy, but I feel like, yo, some of these have to be staged, right? Because, like, how is it that they keep doing this to this guy? And, like, granted, I don't want anyone to die. But I'm like, how many assassination attempts has it been? Like 3? And this guy hasn't died? I'm like, something's off here. Like, you know, like, how many bad shots are there? Kind of thing. Now, again, I don't want anyone to die. I think, like, I'm trusting Ying again, bro. He's been my guy. I cheated on him. But yeah, no. I saw this one funny, like, Michael Scott video where it's, like, every shooter trying to attack this president, and it's, like, Michael Scott dodging every bullet. It's hilarious. Okay, I need to fail, like, 5 times here. Never mind. Okay, someone made here. It's perfect. Maybe I should have made it a little bit further, but it's all good. So now I can go to... Everything's clear from here. So now I can go into consumerism. Pick up the shield. Pick up this weapon. Unlock the weapon. Get off my screen. Don't need that. That would be a cool weapon though. I've never seen that before. Wait, is level 8 the max? I swear it's level 9 is the max. Okay, not level 9 is the artifacts. 100% weapon damage. Okay, so which can be released next? Okay. Now I don't need this anymore. Frozen bombs, don't care about that. Each time you take damage, drop clown bombs. That's not worth it, but I'll take this. Love surviving. I'll buy a grenade as well. I think I'll buy some of these. Take damage, increase faith meter. Don't need that. Fix all broken machines in the room. Got pickups in the current room. That's huge, actually. So okay, hold on. All pickups in the room. So let's do this and this. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so let's buy all of these stuff. Do want that. Boom. Honestly, I think I got a pretty good deal out of that. I guess I'll pick up this. But I lost all my damage now. So now I don't buy anything else. I take a loan. Get me back to the 100. And now I'm good to go. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. Now boss room, and then probably just boss room right after again. Unless I can get some more HP. But Aphrodite, she's going down, bro. She was kind of tanky though, not gonna lie. She's surviving way longer than I thought. I'm not really doing that much damage. Oh, I mean, if I swing at her, I do a lot of damage. But I actually have to like stay on top of her. Okay, my bad. Machine Gun Kelly? Like, what the hell? Okay, never mind. I do a bunch of damage if I'm right on top of them. Okay, I'm living lavish right now. I'm trying to think of other stories. But like again, Patrick, I don't know if he's watching all the way this far. But dude, I really appreciate that comment. Like, you don't even understand how much I appreciate that comment. What do I need to do here? I guess just run up a faith meter, right? Like, I don't really care for it. But I'll run up a duotheism here. So I gotta work my way... I guess work my way down. Because yeah, I don't really need anything. Shields, but that's about it. So if I just work my way down... Yeah, the game plan is if I can get the faith meter, I will. If not, I don't care. Not that. Curio. Curio again. So, does... Okay, so it does take some damage. Some like shields. So I will pop this right here. Okay, now if I can find more shields, I will be consuming those shields. I just don't want it to get to the red zone. I mean, I guess I can go red. That's not like a huge issue because I have so much heart containers. But it's like, I just don't want... I think sometimes like the other room is better. Who's the little squid guy? Oh, like, pop up. Thank you. Crystal. Okay. Go over here. Open one of these. Oh yeah, dude. So, this is like, I guess late. I don't know if M's even gonna watch this. Yeah. So this is how like empathetic M is, right? Like, I think it's crazy, but you know, it is who she is as a person. So I cannot judge. But so one of her cousins offered her money to take photos at her cousin's, like, I don't know if it's like a baptism, wedding, whatever. I think she said wedding. Anyways, I go down. I did go down. There's a shield here as well. So, bro, so this, they're like, Emma's like, yeah, I would charge like $1,000 if I'm doing a wedding. Oh my god, bro. Okay, this one's the best. Only lose half a heart and she reloads. Each time you take damage. Okay, so do I work my way up now to get some shields? And hopefully I get a shield? Freaking bastard, bro. I know I took his deal, but man, is he holding me? I need to get a shield though. Bro, what? I hate how they put these damn spot. I'm trolling. Like super hard right now. Get that. Now hopefully they give me a shield. Ooh, an egg. I missed a jump. Or a heart. Shield to be good. Okay, consume crystal like a random room. Okay. Sometimes restores half a heart. There is no smiley coin. Okay. Whatever, I'll take this. Sometimes restores half a heart. I mean, there's no point of it. I guess I'll pick it up. Now, I didn't get the full effects so that if you get plus 300 gold. I realized as I jumped and I was like, oh no. Let's go over here. Go down, play it safe as I can. Bro, this game is just trying to do some damage to me. Granted, it should be, like, I should have realized by now that they're just trying to kill me with these spikes and everything. But, you know, I don't. Imperial God of Entertainment. So now, I just gotta put in work against this boss. I jumped straight into that. I jumped straight into that one as well. Oh my god, he's hitting me so many times. Dude, so much damage. Okay, Batman. And Captain America. Uh-oh, okay, hold on. I'm so lucky I got that towel ability, bro. Like, that's like probably one of the best relics in the game. Nice. Dude, honestly, I thought I was gonna lose that. Not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna lose. But your boy came out on top. So, guys, drop a subscribe, drop a like, drop a follow, do whatever, drop a comment. You know, great day, great day. Lost the first run, but you know, we don't count that. Anyways, guys, catch you in the next episode. Peace.